Hey guys, it's Damian coming back at you with our next CQB lesson. So as you can see here, I have 5-step written up on the board, and one of those types of rooms we talked about. Do you remember what that was? Right, it's a center fed room. Most common type of room in most structures. So that being said, now we're gonna go into what are the initial 5 steps to room entry, right? Like what are we gonna do? So where you are right here. You're this circle, this really cool red circle. And the first thing you need to do is clear your doorway, right? So that doesn't mean that we're moving things out of the way. It doesn't mean that, you're going in there all John Wick, clearing, shooting the door. But you could be, right? What that means is we're going to now, and I'll use a different color for you, we're going to identify everything within this sector. And what that is if we draw our little hashes here, so we see our door, we're gonna be looking for hinges, doorknobs, and any other kind of booby trap or obstacle that could be in our way, right? It's very important that we clear that doorway and identify that doorway so we know whether or not to push the door in or pull the door. That way we don't think it's something that needs to be breached. And all these are things we're gonna cover later in door accessibility and in breaching. All right, so after you have cleared the doorway, the next thing you're doing is clear the immediate area, which could be confusing because I already said we're kind of clearing this area, right? Which you would think is your immediate area. What we're talking about now is your immediate area inside the structure. So, imaginary line here, right? The threshold. So, we're gonna complete that radius, and we wanna look for about a 6-foot radius, right? It's the average size of a human, average size of a couple steps. And what we're looking for, again, is anything that could be in our way, such as an obstacle, any loose debris, cords, people that we may not want in our home or in the structure, right? We're looking for anything in that doorway that could impede the flow if now I have someone going in with me, right? You wanna just make sure that it's very easy to get in that room and go into step 3. Step 3 is gonna be to clear your corner. Now, when you come into your room, you're gonna look for one of your corners, right? The one man's gonna get one, the 2 man's gonna get the other. And the reason being is because you will be blind to one of those at some point. And we're gonna upload some clips of people going into houses. That way you can see what we mean when we say to clear your corner, and to make sure that the other man clears the other corner to make sure that your back isn't exposed. Next, after you've cleared your corner, you're gonna sweep your sector of fire. So if I'm this guy and I've decided to cross into this room and I go in and I go do-do-do-do-do, and I clear my corner, you don't want to be stuck in this corner staring at it forever because we have this whole entire room, right? And all of this is unknown. We want to clear as much of that as possible. So while keeping this simple, you're going into this room, you're clearing your corner, and after I have identified what's in my corner, I am now sweeping around so my muzzle or my firearm or my eyes are oriented into the rest of the room. So, that being said, I'm clearing my corner, I continue to walk, walk, walk. You walk like your body's a tank turret, and that's another thing that we'll demonstrate later. And now, I should end this. I'm sweeping my sector of fire, that actually was that next step we were talking about, and now I'm establishing a dominant position inside the room. And really, if there's a ton of furniture in here, you don't need to get tied up on, oh, someone told me the 1 man needs to be 75% of this long wall, which is the longer wall, and the 2 man needs to be 75% of the shorter wall. We're not teaching that right now. We're just getting you in the room, right? So what you need to do is end up in this room where you can be orienting your muzzle in a safe direction and covering the entire room. So from here, this is my second man. He came in, he went do-do-do-do-do, cleared his corner, swept his sector of fire, and ended right there. And now I'm here. My other guy can effectively clear all this. If you want a smaller piece of that pie, because you're like, whoa, Damian, that other guy has it, that's fine. Right here. Now we have intersecting fields of fire, and we have effectively cleared this entire room. And that is your basic 5-step. So, it's a lot of information. We're gonna go back through the 5 steps, right? So, first step is to clear this doorway. Second step, clearing your immediate area. Third step, clear your corner. Move. Fourth step is sweeping that sector of fire. And that fifth step is going to be to establish your dominant position, and that is the point you never want to give up when you're inside of a home or a structure doing CQB. Thank you for joining us today, and stay Apex team.